So how do you build a strong personal brand as a scout? Maze, on this show, I'll be talking about aspects of how to build a strong personal brand as a scout. So kama uko hapo nje, unataka kulearn how you can build a strong personal brand as a scout, let's join the show and let's walk that journey. But hey, if you're just joining us, this is Scouter Ricky Masaba show, and on this show what we do, we offer mentorship through experiential learning. We share our stories, guys learn. We share our experiences, guys learn. So manze, kama hujapiga bonge la subscription, piga bonge la subscription, ring hiyo notification bell so that every time we post a new video about mentorship through experiential learning, you can be able to learn hapa na pale tukisonga pamoja. So have you ever heard about the Sheehans Wall? What's a Sheehans Wall? Rovy, one of my greatest mentors in terms of content creation pale YouTube, anabonga kuhusu the Sheehans Wall, whereby anasemanga the Sheehans Wall is the wall between the known and the unknown. So hapa hivi kuna wall. Maze kuvuka hii wall ya from the known to the unknown ama from the unknown to the known inategemea na branding yako. Branding yako ikiwa fiti haraka, you can be able to move from unknown to the known haraka. Amazon walikuwa known as a bookstore for some time, for some long period of time, but kuna vile walijibrand waka come out to be a very big online shop yenye inauza almost everything hapa na pale. So what is that unique thing yenye wewe uko nayo yenye inaweza develop a brand yako? Have you ever found out the uniqueness you have na unaweza itumia to the service of others? But my uniqueness, ukiangalia like mimi na concept yangu ya the SRM show, I realized that my uniqueness is scouting. I love scouting, I understand scouting, and my aspect of probably being a teacher ilinisaidia kuelevate lessons zangu za scout hapa na pale na kuzisoma in a wider perspective. So it is at this level where I will ask you some few questions ndio tuweze ku understand why do we need to build a strong personal brand and how can we even be able to build this personal brand. So I have divided this question in what we call the SRM Scout DNA Helix. Maze, what is the SRM Scout DNA Helix? This is a Helix I've come up with. They are just questions and a direction that I've come up with as Scouter Ricky Masaba. And these questions will be able to make you understand why do you need a strong personal brand and how you can be able to come up with a strong personal brand by just looking at these questions in the DNA Helix. So question number 1 of the Scout DNA Helix. What problems do you solve? What problems can you come up with? Can you line up problems that you can solve with your uniqueness, probably as a scout, or that unique thing that you have as a scout? What problems can you be able to solve? When you identify the problems you're able to solve, that one will lead me to the Helix number 2. Helix number 2, what are you passionate about? And when you're looking at what you're passionate about, also don't forget to look at what makes you sad, what makes you angry, what makes you cry. Some sort of things, there are sort of things that makes you cry, that makes you sad. Look at all those kinds of things at this juncture when you're looking about what you are passionate about. For me, I have a passion for scouting, I have a passion for hiking, and I have a passion for teaching. Probably the reason why I have this channel, because this channel normally educates other young people, mentors other young people through experiential learning, where we share out our experiences, guys learn, we share our stories, guys learn. So number 1, remember, we have talked about ask yourself what problem are you solving? Number 2, what is that passion that drives you? Number 3, what do you research about? What do you spend time on a Sunday afternoon, or rather on a Saturday afternoon, doing after probably work or school, if you're going to school? Those things that you research about, those things that you always talk about, that's your passion. That's directing you to your passion. So get to understand the Helix, and probably it will make you get to know why and what is your purpose as you create your own personal brand. So just a recap, remember, number one, what problems are you solving? Number two, what are you passionate about? And number three, what do you research about? Number four, what do you have results in? What path have you wanted? What are the achievements you have achieved as you as you have moved towards life hapa na pale? So get to understand, what do you have results in? Have you ever come up with something and you have results? Have you ever started a project and probably you have finished? Those kinds of things. You need to ask yourself those kinds of things as you go through the aspects of leveling up to become a brand of yourself. Remember, you are always in the most powerful position to serve the person you once were. So manze, if you were once a cook, you will always have you will always be in a position to solve the problems that comes from the kitchen. If say you've been a policeman before, you'll always be able to solve problems that comes from a police station and all that kind of a thing. So get to understand these things before you even choose the kind of personal brand you want to go with. So it is at this time where I would love to tell you that a diluted focus leads to a diluted result. A diluted focus leads to a diluted result. So when you have gone through all these Helix, the DNA Helix that I've talked about, these questions, they will be able to get you to understand how you can develop a brand and nurture that brand to become a very big and a very reliable brand. So at this level, I just want you to go through the DNA Helix that I've told you. Get to understand what you're passionate about, and that will be your brand. And when you get your brand, just to mention, you can also monetize the brand. So for you to understand how to monetize your brand and understand how you can be able to generate income, I have a very nice acronym that I've come up with. It's called the PAID acronym. So in our next show, you will be able to understand what we mean by the PAID acronym. We have some ways that we have come up with of how you can monetize your brand as a personal brand and be able to earn some revenue or some money from it. So at this level, I will just leave you with this great acronym known as the Scout. The Scout acronym talks about the Scout. This one: specific, courteous, optimistic, umbrella, technical. So specific, courteous, optimistic, umbrella in a technical way. So you have to be specific, your brand has to be specific, your brand has to be courteous, your brand has to be optimistic, because in one way or the other, your brand must grow. So you must be optimistic that one time or in this lifetime your brand will grow to become something. And then it has to be protected by an umbrella. If you believe in Buddha, yeah, let it be protected by Buddha. If you believe in Allah, let it be protected by Allah. If you believe in Jesus, so long as you believe in God, let your craft be protected with God. And it has to be technical. You have to have some technicalities, and that is where you invest in learning, because we say from our previous shows that whoever does not learn is totally a coward. So manze, on the next show we'll be talking about the paid aspect of your brand. So after you have asked yourself all those questions in the DNA Helix of a Scout, you will get to understand where your brand lies and how you can be able to develop and grow your brand even as you grow in age. So this has been the show, Scouter Ricky Masaba Show, just triggering you on how you can be able to grow and move with your brand. Adios, muchachos.